Hey there, you must be Gwen's boyfriend, right? Come on, you can come sit with us. It is cool, isn't it? Almost all the Avengers are in the same room together. It's okay, they may look intimidating, but Thor is just a teddy bear inside the body of an Asgardian guard. And Hulk? Yeah, you don't need to worry about him either. He's quite the teddy bear too. Yeah, I use teddy bear a lot in my comparisons, but it's true. You don't have to be afraid of them. Oh, see? Nothing to worry about. You really want to see her, don't you? She's told me all about you. Actually, she's told everyone about you. She took quite a hit, and the last thing she said was your name. But don't worry, the doctor said she just has to stay here for a couple days, and then she'll be okay. I know, we were relieved too. We're used to kicking butts and getting our own butts kicked, but that doesn't mean it's easy when one of our own gets hurt. Tony's still a bit shaken up. He's kind of like a second dad to her, you know? I mean, she has a real dad, but you know what I mean. Alright. Nurse says we can go in. Here she is. I'll leave the two of you alone for a little while so you can catch up, but we'll be right outside if you need us, okay? Alright. Hi, I know this looks bad, but I'm fine. It's just a little scrape. I can barely feel it anymore, though, if I'm being honest. It's probably because I am pumped full of medication. Pumped? I don't get why they say that word pumped. Well, I guess it's because if I press this button, it gives me more. But yeah, at first they gave me something to take the pain away, but it was a bit too strong for me, you know, so. And I ended up feeling really, really sick. They gave me something else, but it works just as well. And I actually don't need as much. I just press the button once every few hours or so. Hey, look at me. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm used to this sort of thing. I mean, I have to be. I'm an Avenger now. I know. I know. I know you're worried, and you have every right to be worried. And this was my first big mission, and I really didn't want to mess up. But these bad guys, they were tougher than we thought they would be. I guess we were underprepared. And hold on, I just have to adjust my position here. There we go. Speaking of which, thanks for taking over while I was gone. We need more than one friendly neighborhood superhero. I hope no one gave you too much trouble while I was away. That's good. I'm glad to see you had things handled. I might trust you with this more often. Not anytime soon, though. I don't think I'll be going on any more missions until I recover. You want to watch something on TV? I've flipped through all the channels, but there's really nothing that interests me. But then again, I've been stuck here for the past 8 hours. So, at the moment, a lot of things are bothering me. Smells, The sounds. I thought I heard some child screaming a while ago, and I saw this young couple walking out of a room crying, like, big time crying. Something really, really bad must have happened, and I don't really like being around that. I know I'm an Avenger, I should be used to it, but I guess there's a lot of things that even training can't prepare me for. Anyway, sorry to be such a Debbie Downer. Like I said, I am sick of being in the hospital. I just want to go home. I want to get some rest. And I want to be able to go back to spending time with you. Because you are really all I thought about this whole time. And you're the only thing keeping me going at this moment. The only thing keeping me from going completely insane. Okay, breathe. Good news is, doctor says if all goes well, I might be able to go home in a couple days, which is kind of short considering the injury, but that'll be good. I cannot wait to go home, like I just said. Oh, I probably won't be doing any heavy lifting or training until I completely heal, like I said a while ago. Yeah, that's the thing, this medication is totally messing with my head. But it's helping keep the pain away, so I guess on the one hand I should be thankful. You're right, it would be cool if we had someone on our team with healing powers. We have someone who can travel through space and time. We have a super soldier. We have someone who can travel at the speed of sound. And someone who can move things with their mind. Oh, and we also have a Hulk. And apparently now we have a God of Mischief on our team. Didn't think I'd see that coming. But we don't have a healer yet. I wouldn't be surprised if a healer just walked right through the door. Right now. Right now. It usually works. Hey, there are 2 chocolate puddings there. Would you mind handing me one? Thanks. You can have the other one if you want. Something tells me you probably haven't eaten since you heard I was here. You know, this is one of the only good things about being in the hospital. They say the food here is terrible, and to tell you the truth, it kind of is. I mean, I tried to order dinner, like, a while ago, or lunch, or I don't know what meal I'm having. Anyway, it did not look appetizing at all. But I can eat this pudding all day long, if they let me. And also the water. If you ever had water, but it just doesn't taste like water, it tastes like nothing. Yeah, even if they put ice cubes in it, it still tastes like nothing. I know water's not supposed to taste like anything, but I know, maybe everything's bothering me, including the water. Yeah, pretty good, huh? That pudding. Anyway, did anything exciting happen while I was gone? Did you fight any cool bad guys? That must have been quite the ride. I hope those guys get what's coming to them. Preferably some jail time. Time to sit and think about what they've done. Don't want anything bad to happen. I mean, yeah, some people are just bad guys, but I wouldn't wish death upon anybody. Which is kind of one of the things I don't like about being an Avenger, is when you accidentally cause harm to someone else. That's actually how they got me. I had to get away from some pretty bad guys, and I think I fought a little too hard, but anyway, you know what Mr. Stark said before you got here? He said, that kid's got some potential. And that, my friend, is a compliment of the highest order. Do you think you would want that? I mean, to become an Avenger? I know it's a lot to ask, and he says you don't have to decide right now, but it's definitely something you could consider. I mean, we've still got a couple more years of high school to do, and I still want to get into a good college before I die, which, considering all these missions we're doing, is pretty likely. Yeah, you would have to let your parents or guardians or whatever know about it. Yeah, I think my parents have already figured it out. Certainly doesn't help when they take off your Spider Girl costume and just leave it on the edge of the bed so carelessly. I don't know, parents, they just know these sort of things. Well, mine do anyway. They had a feeling I was keeping a really big secret, and sometimes if I came home kind of, injured, they would ask me what happened, and I would just say I tripped, or I fell, or I crashed into something. I tried to make it sound as convincing as I could, but parents' intuition, they always figure it out. Mostly because I didn't want them to worry, but yeah, that obviously didn't work out as planned. They were pretty worried when they saw me being wheeled into an ambulance on a stretcher. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But how could I tell them? How could I tell them that I was Spider Gwen, the girl in the news who saves people, who wears a mask to hide her face? I mean, some grown-ups are kind of against that sort of thing. We're rebelling against society. We're not really rebelling, we're saving society in the best way we can. Look at the Avengers, they don't wear masks and everyone knows who they are. But you hear of Batman or Superman, and even though Superman doesn't wear a mask, nobody knows who he is when he turns into Superman. I've never met them, but I hear a lot about them from other people. Yeah. Sorry. I just hope they don't tell my school about it, because then I'll have a crowd of people following me, asking for autographs and pictures, and all the guys in school will want to date me, even though I have a super awesome boyfriend right here. Yeah, speaking of which, we totally need to make our relationship official. It's pretty bad we haven't even done that yet because we're so worried about saving the world. And really, at school, I don't mind being invisible. I don't care about being popular. School's the only place where I feel normal. I feel like a normal person. And I just want to be with you, and that's all that should matter. Promise me when we grow up. Like, way in the future, if that's even possible. We'll get married, find a big house, live a super awesome life, and then put adventure behind us and grow old and gray on our porch. Oh, and if you want, we can add some kids into the mix. Wouldn't it be neat having kids with powers? But at the same time, I don't know if the kids would want powers, and I don't want anything to happen to them if they do. But if they do, I want them to not have to hide it. I had a dream that we had 2 children. I don't remember if there were 2 boys or just one boy and a girl, because they were both very young and they had short hair or whatever, but they were the most adorable children in the world. It was like a mini you and a mini me. And my dream, seeing you as a dad, it honestly made me tear up a little bit. Honestly, thinking of you was the only thing that got me through this whole situation. It got me through going on my first mission. The thought of seeing you again helped me push all those bad feelings down, all those nerves down. It got me through those moments before we went into battle. It got me through waking up in so much pain. It got me through riding in that ambulance with those bright flashing lights and loud sirens. And they've gotten me through those long, long days at the hospital. Yeah, I know it's only been 8 hours, but still, it's felt like forever. Whenever I think of you or imagine that you're here with me, everything in the world just seems easier. And as soon as we get out of this place, I promise we'll be spending some more time together. For now, I think... Sorry, I'm drifting off here. Yeah. You look tired. You can either stay here or you can go home and get some rest. It's going to be kind of boring sitting here with me. Really? You want to stay? Okay. I appreciate that. I love you so much.